Hello friends, welcome to Donna's Creations and More. I am Donna. I hope you like this tutorial. So now let's get on to it. Here I have 4 velvet pumpkins that I got at the Dollar Tree. So I'm just removing all the tags and stems. Here I'm showing you gems that you can get at the Dollar Tree if you wanted to add them to your pumpkins. I am going to use these little bling diamond snowflakes I got off of Amazon. These little embellishments, and then I bought these little diamond pins. I was going to do a different craft with these velvet pumpkins, but I decided to come up with this glamorous Cinderella Carriage. So, just sitting here removing all these. They had them really glued in there. It took me many days to do this video, so I apologize it took so long. It took me longer than I thought it would to make this pumpkin carriage, but as you watch the video, you'll see why. So right here, I'm just adding a center to my wheels. That's what these are going to be, my wheels to my carriage. Then I'm going to take my pins here and make a design. I have it fast forward here, but I will slow it down on the second wheel so you can see exactly how I did it. And I even realized on this one I messed it up. And I never did go back and fix it, but I will. If you're new to my channel, I like to say welcome. And I hope you like this tutorial and check out some of my other videos. I like to do glam decor, home decor, bakes. Eventually I want to do jewelry, resin, candles, so much more. That's why I named my channel Donna's Creation and More. So here I am going to show you in the slower motion. I'm just going around to each point of the snowflake. Gonna try to keep it straight as possible. And then I'm doing 3 on the top. And I'll put around 3 on the bottom. And then 3 on each side to like a cross. And then here I'm describing about YouTube, about how you have a regular picture and then to size it goes down to 16.9 and gets smaller. Which is why it's hard to get certain things in the frame. But us YouTubers try our best. So I did 3, 2, 3, 2 all the way around. And I did that on all 4. Now here is my pumpkin frames. I'm cutting the tops off. I painted them white. And I'm using some deco mesh from Dollar Tree. So far this is all Dollar Tree items except for the pins and the little diamonds I used on the pumpkins. But as I said, you can use the diamond rhinestones straight from the dollar store. I just had to make my stuff over the top. So I did record everything, but I fast forwarded everything because I wanted everybody to see step by step how it was done. Except for some reason when I was doing this part, my camera kept cutting out. We had a really bad, I guess, internet day. So you'll see, like right there, I had to restart it. But like you'll notice that there's like clips missing, and that's because every time I turn around, my phone was off and wasn't recording. But you guys get the idea. All we're doing is taking the deco mask and going around and hot gluing it on the frame. It does help when you push it over the end of the side and hold it. And them little finger covers are great from the Dollar Tree. I should have had them on all 10 fingers because I burnt too many fingers. Anyhow, if you're one of my subscribers, thank you for being dedicated and for coming back and watching my video. Please leave me a comment below. I really want to know what you guys think of this, because I am in love with it. Like, I know I come up with some ideas, but this one really, it took me a lot of time, but I was totally impressed. And you'll see why as we keep going on. So you have to do both sides of your pumpkin, 2 layers, so it doesn't look so see-through like it does right there. Now here I'm going to make a bow, and all this ribbon is from the Dollar Tree. That's the deco mesh. I'm using my easy bow maker. And then the pink is a bow that I made from the Dollar Tree ribbon, but I took it apart. And I'm just going to use it for this project. So I just added a deco mask, and I'm adding a pink ribbon. That was an extra tail piece. And then I have a bow that's already made that is sheer white. So I'm just stuffing that in there. Then I'm taking the wire, putting it through, pulling it tight, twisting it, and I'm gonna pull it off, and I'm gonna twist it really tight and wrap it around. And I'm gonna leave that wire hang. And I'm just fiddling with my bow, trying to fluff it some. I love that pink ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It's like my favorite. Now, with this pumpkin, I have here's where it is with 2 layers. I took these beads and put it on pipe cleaners. I couldn't decide. I had 3 scenarios in my head. I had to do it with the beads and make like the spirals, or then I was thinking of taking some oh gosh, caulk and putting it in molds with like some really fancy elegant designs in white. But then I was thinking that would take days and days to make and dry. So actually I'm glad with the idea I did come up with. So here I am, I'm adding the lights. I got these lights from Amazon, but you can get lights at the dollar store. I did have a really long strand of lights with the remote, but I could not find them. So here I'm just using sort of like a shorter strand, and I had to use 3. But I wanted to record me doing all 3 so you could see how it's done. Like I had to end at the bottom. And then I'm just going to go around and just keep following the lines of the one side of this pumpkin. As you can see, I'm running out of light, so this is my first strand. So I'm going to bring that over enough, because that way I can hide it on the inside, and you'll see how. Then I'm going to start with my second strand. Now when you're adding your lights, make sure you stay inside of the frame. That way when you go to put it together, you don't break any of your lights. Now I got my second side. Now I'm going to take some jewelry wire and cut it and hinges together. Now I'm showing you in like regular speed of how I did this. That way you guys understand and I'm not like rushing it. So put your lights inside, and then you want to put your wire through like you're threading it, but really close to the frame. This deco mesh tears very easily. This was my first time working with deco mesh. So you want to twist it best you can, and then take a pair of pliers to really twist it tight to clamp it closed. So I'm using my bent nose pliers here, and I'm really twisting it in. Then I'm going to cut it off. Then you want to take your pliers and that tip bend inward so you don't get stuck by the wire. And that's why I wanted to show it in normal speed. Because I said in the video I like to do jewelry and all, and I used to do jewelry, and when I did wire wrapping, which I love, we had to make sure once we twisted our ends and cut them off, you have to take them and bend them inward when you're doing jewelry. So here it is, I made a hinge. Now on this side of the pumpkin wreath, I did not do the outer edge, due to the fact I already had them on the outer edge of the other side. So when you close it, that light's going to be in the edge of each end. And I will have extra lights, because this takes 3 sets. As you see, I'm running out already. I really wish I knew where my other ones were. But as you all know, if you've been following me, I'm redoing my craft room and moving my space because I can't find nothing. And when I did my hallway lighted crystal thing above my mirror, I had these really long lights that changed and ran on batteries, but I have no clue where I put them. So I have to work with these, but that's okay. Actually, I was just explaining, I guess, how I was adding these lights on. Now when you get to the corners, I just bent the wire in and stuck it inside the frame. If I ever have to replace these lights, they will not be this neat again. Because once you see what all I did, it would be like impossible. But that's okay. I would just put them in there with some hot glue. Okay, so I got my lights all done. Now I have to go around and finish tightening it with wire to close this pumpkin cage up. Because as you know, everything you get from the dollar store is not uniform. But I actually think I did a pretty good job of forcing it together. You can use zip ties. I chose not to due to the fact that I didn't want the bulk of the zip ties showing. So that's why I just used craft wire, which you can just use floor wire, and then I cover it up anyhow, as you see, but any craft wire. I had this from Michael's. I'm sure they sell probably craft wire in a dollar store too, besides this floor wire. Dollar store's getting better and better these days. See there, I was showing you can use zip ties, but I have the video speeded up so quick you can't even see it. So anyhow, I have these pieces of wood, scrap wood. Actually, I bought it. One of my neighbors had stuff out for sale, and there was a little bag of scrap wood, and this was in it. And I have some Jinga blocks. But I'm sure you could take any circle at a dollar store and make this shape. Any one of them signs. You could cut it with the X-Acto knife to make a U shape like this, or a rainbow shape. If it was me, that's what I would do. I would take a dollar store sign that has a circle on it, like a snow globe or whatever, and just cut a circle out of the middle and then cut it in half. So here I'm gluing on. Now I'm actually putting my tabs back in, because you know why? Because it keeps the batteries from shorting out. You can turn an object off, but if you leave them tabs out, it's going to waste your batteries. I've had these lights for over a year now, and they still work because the tab was in. So I'm going to let these sit here and dry overnight, which that plan didn't even work out, and you'll see as I go along. But here I have some, let me get some fishing line. I have this little crystal ball that I really wanted to hang on the very top of my pumpkin carriage. Cinderella can't have a carriage without a crystal ball. But you can use from the dollar store, which if I would have had one, them little mirror disco balls. Now here I have a wire coat hanger that actually I found. The homeowners left it here. I was shocked that I found it. But you can use a regular coat hanger, you can use wooden skewers, you can use chopsticks and paint them white. Whatever you would like. And this measures at 15 inches. And so each piece on the left side and the right side is 7.5 inches. Now we can finally work on these wheels. So I'm just going to take my scissors, punch a hole in there, take some of the dollar store super glue, put that on each end, pop them in, and then I'm seeing if it's gonna work, and that is the right size, which I'm so glad. I can't wait to get these wheels on, because that thing kept falling over, or you say. So I'm just going to do the other set of wheels. And I didn't do it, but I am going to do it. I am going to reinforce these with wire too. So now we're at the next day. Everything's dried. I found this light pink satin fabric. You don't have to do this step either. You can use any fabric. But I decided I wanted to make this more elegant, and I'm gonna try to wrap this wood, which was a total disaster because I had no clue how the heck to do this. It's a mess on the bottom, but I managed. And I apologize if I'm out of frame some. See, it looks terrible on the bottom. But you're not going to see the bottom anyhow, so I wasn't even worried about it. Then I had this diamond wrap in the dollar store, and I decided to wrap that all the way around my seat for my carriage. That's what we're making. We're making 2 seats for our carriage. I looked up Cinderella Carriages, and this is what they had, seats like this. And I was like, oh, I have this wood I bought at this old yard sale up the street. And I think it'll work perfect, and it did. I paid like $1 for a whole bag of different wood shapes and legs. But like I said, you can cut it out of the Dollar Tree sign, or you can even get 2 rainbows and just use them and paint them, and then cover them in fabric. So here I am finishing up my second seat. That one didn't turn out as great as the first one, but oh well. Wasn't redoing it. This has been a long project. It took me forever to wrap that thing in that deco mesh. So here I am now, adding my wheels. And for the time being, I did just hot glue them. But I am going to go back and reinforce them on the bottom frame there, where the wires coming across, and use wire. Now you see here, I have these legs. They are not working on my bench, because why? They're hitting the wheels. And then it would be too high. So I had to readjust to take them off can figure out where I want to put them because it wasn't working where I wanted them. So now I had to put them on the inside, and then I want to hot glue my one switch to my lights underneath the seat, so you can't see it. And I'm going to add my other seat in, and I had to do the same thing, pop off the two legs and re-add them. So you learn from our mistakes if you decide to copy and make this. Then I just hot glue that underneath the seat, the switch. Now I'm going to add a round mirror. And I have these extra lights, so I glued the third light on the bottom. And I decided to wrap it around the mirror so it will light that up. But I did all underneath because I didn't want you to be able to see it. And I had extra and I just tucked it underneath both sides of each seat. Then I eventually hot glue it down. At the end of the video, you will get a really good close-up view. Here I did not like when the two frames were together. It was like messy looking. So I took some satin white ribbon and just covered that crease because it just looked ugly. And then here I have some little lace garland that I got off, I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, a website called Wish. I used to order from them all the time. But this was like a 2-pack garland for a wedding. And then I had a strand of this other type of ribbon with roses on it. So I decided to add that around on my pumpkin. I really liked the way I decided to do this way than all the other thoughts I had in my head, because this turned out so pretty, and you'll see it when it's done. I did add a top piece, but you can't see it because this pumpkin is so big. It's 18 and a half inches, something like that, long. And here's unbeaded things I put on the pipe cleaners. They are, I think, how many millimeters? 6 millimeters. So I decided just to put it like on that side until I turned it around. I was just going to do one little section. Till I realized this thing is not uniform and there's a gap. Welcome to Dollar Tree. No. But anyhow, so I decided to put it all the way around the mirror so to fill in that gap. Because even though, you know, no, actually you will see both sides of it when I put it out for display, because I'm going to add something to this in another video. So I wanted to look good from all directions. Every angle you looked at. I think I'm going to put this on my living room table during the holiday season. So I had to switch glue guns here. I hate this glue gun. This is a high temp glue gun and it leaks like a sieve. That's why you see me with the razor blade and everything. Like, I had so much trouble with this glue gun. That's why I bought a new one. So I'm really trying to get this glued in here without making a mess all over my mirror. So then I'm taking some more of them little lace pieces and adding on that side so it'll match. But as you saw my finger, I was talking during this video saying I don't have a lace piece to go on top to match it. Oh, actually, no, I do, but I decided not to add it. But I didn't have any more side pieces to do this side, so I decided to put this on that side. Which turned out fine, because once I add the bow, you wouldn't even notice all that was missing. See, there's the little lace part I added on top, and I apologize you couldn't see that. And excuse my messy craft room. Gosh, I cannot wait until I move to my big room, and I have more room to record and put my tripod up. So I just took the wire through and twisted it, and I'm messing with my bow. We're almost done. Here I have these iridescent bead strands. So I decide I'm going to glam up the inside of this Cinderella Carriage even more. And I'm going to put like little beads from the middle to the back middle. But if you do this, make sure you glue it onto the deco mesh. Because I was trying to do it on the frame, it just was not sticking. Just add it right on the fabric. And then I just add a little piece to go dangle towards the front of the door. So I really decorated this thing inside and out. But I'm telling you, I love this. It's so elegant and so beautiful. I'm actually shocked that I came up with this. It came out way better than I imagined, and I had it drawn out on a piece of paper at first. I wasn't even going to do pumpkin wheels. I was going to do like a metal scroll type wire for the wheels, but I'm glad I did it this way. So we're coming to the end. I'm doing my last little bit of finished touches. And there I am, just gluing the lights down that I told you that I stuck on both sides. And thank you guys for watching, and here is the final review. Now stay tuned because I did change my background. This looks terrible, but I am going to show you all the details. I put all lit up. It looks so fancy and glam. See how the top looks with all the beads? It's definitely a Cinderella Carriage. It looks like a wedding carriage. It's just so pretty. So I do show you with it with a different background and in the dark. And the funny thing is, I forgot to turn on the third set of lights that was hooked on the bottom. So there is another shot of a video, because I did turn them lights on. As you can tell, they're not lit around the mirror. When I redo my craft room, I will have a final reveal section. And here's what it looks like in the dark, and I put up my Winter Wonderland background. Now, in my basement, it is pitch black. And then here it is with the other background. So I hope you liked this tutorial. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe and share. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. God bless. And thank you all again so much.